Hello, and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News Channel. This is an INS update, the INS to XNS trade. They've actually have new terms for adopters because their crappy terms enraged individuals like it should have. So they have improved terms. They're much better than what they were, and we're going to go over them. The main thing is actually the ratio. So the trade-in is still 1 to 10. But instead of 10 billion maximum coins, they're only going to have 1 billion maximum coins. Now, that is still a 20x increase over what it is right now because the total supply right now is 50 million. So going to a billion is still 20x. You're only getting a 1 to 10 swap. So you're still being diluted 2 to 1. However, the public allocation is only 50% of the total XNS. So if you just go by the public allocation, it's actually even. But there's going to be like enterprise allocation, and that over the next 10 years will dilute the pool. But over the next 10 years, adoption rates might easily overtake that. So INS, you could look at it again for another investment if you're willing to overlook the fast one they tried to pull on you a few weeks ago. So Multi-Stack Ventures Fund will not be receiving any allocation. So XNS allocation, the public allocation is 50%. Swap ratio is 1 to 10. So they're essentially going from 50 to 500 million. 500 million for total supply, but that's only the public allocation. Like the rest of these, like enterprise incentives, network incentives, which is probably staking, app developer incentives, and foundation long term, these are basically like the dilution part. But yeah, as you can see, most of these are actually 10 years vesting, so they're not really going to dilute you for many, many years to come. So it's kind of safe. The enterprise incentives, they kind of do need that to actually bring enterprises on board. All coins actually do this. All coins actually have enterprise incentives. Like INS honestly just didn't, I don't think they planned it that well from the beginning because if they did, they wouldn't have to dilute at all. They would just have the public allocation be maybe like 32.5 million XNS, and the rest of the XNS they would actually just use for enterprise incentives and stuff. Overall, they're increasing the supply by 20x, but they are giving you a 1 to 10 swap ratio. For the immediate future, the dilution is going to be non-existent or very, very limited. Over the next 10 years, it will dilute more, but by that time, like I said, adoption should have caught on by that time. And if it's successful in adoption, you will make money from your investment. So it's much, much better than what they had. And if the investors can overlook the first fumble and attempt to basically dilute the hell out of them, and just look at this from like this point of view, it's still not the ideal allocation and trade, but it is a lot better than it was. And it is actually like a somewhat acceptable trade-in value. The vested tokens will be released on a daily basis, but they'll be released over the next 3 years. I still hate the vesting for the public allocation. I think the investors right now should not actually have an allocation, have a public. I think the investors right now definitely should not have a vesting period if you're just trading them in. I think you should be able to buy and sell at any time. I still think it's a raw deal, kind of, but it's a much better deal than what it was before. Personally, I would probably just wait to buy new XNS coins off the exchange once they actually become available rather than buying them right now. Because my coins will be vested in several years and that I can't sell, and that's always a pretty big risk, regardless of if the coin goes up or down. Um, so yeah, I don't really like coins where I swap and I can't really do anything with them for like, years on end. Not a thing I'm actually very interested in at all. So I would actually probably just wait to buy XNS. But however, INS is actually quite cheap right now. So you could actually get it at a discount rate. And plus, if you believe in long-term future for this coin, um, it could actually be a pretty good buy. But for me, I'm going to wait until XNS comes out on the open market so I don't have this vesting issue. So that is the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.